How's it going, knife fanatics? Welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a quick little walk and talk video here today, guys. Going to do a little update on the today is day 2 of the fixed blade carry challenge from HT's EDC. Yesterday I had the Deer Slayer on, and today I grabbed the 154 OT old timer. Great little knife. Need to do a cleanup video on this knife. It could use a little bit of cleaning, but it's in good shape. I use it all the time. Love this knife. Great little skinning knife. And I don't know if y'all can tell, it's raining on me. Well, wouldn't you know it? I grabbed the dog. I try to walk around the farm every day with him, give him some exercise and me some exercise. By the time I got out here in the field away from the house, it started drizzling, but that's all right. We'll just be in the rain today. Actually feels pretty good. And also today I'm carrying on this side the Taurus Tracker 357 Magnum 7-shot. Awesome little gun. I'll point it at the ground here and I'll show you guys the sights. It's got some really nice target sights on it. There you go. You guys can see that nice orange front blade sight there. Good little gun. Love this gun. Tracker. 7-shot. Can't beat it. That ported barrel's nice too. Well, it makes it loud though. It does help with the recoil, but it makes it loud. Good little gun. Always got to have a good sidearm walking around out here. You never know what you're going to come across or see. Over the years, we've seen mountain lions, we've seen bears, we've seen wild dogs, we've seen coyotes. So ever since even when I was a kid, we'd come up here and visit. You know, I don't know how it is nowadays with a lot of people, even in, like, you know, the knife community or the gun culture. But we were pretty young. My grandpa would not let us walk around out here or up through the woods. I got the dog tied to my belt. He's pulling me around, that's why. But yeah, he would not let us kids go run through the woods, walk around without a knife and a gun, you know, a 22 revolver or something. We got familiar with firearms and knives at a very early age because it's dangerous out, and you just never know. Out in a place like this, you know, it's pretty rural, a lot of thick woods around, as you can see, and you know, and it goes for miles. I mean, it's just an underdeveloped area, really. You know, even the next neighbor's property is just as thick and rural as ours. So I mean, you know, there's all kinds of animals up in here. We've seen all kinds of stuff over the years. I know when my grandpa, which it's not as bad as it used to be. They said my grandpa would tell stories back in the, you know, the 70s, late 70s and early 80s when he bought this place. It was pretty, the wild dogs was a problem up in here in northern Kentucky. He said he was about, well, probably my age that I am now. Then he was in his 30s, probably 31, something like that. He said he was walking, he was walking up this hill. I don't know if you can tell, it's a steep hill. He was walking up through that area somewhere, and it was, of course, it was like, you know, over 300 acres back then. But he said a pack of wild dogs jumped him and was chasing him down the hill, and he had to climb up in a tree, and they surrounded the tree. He climbed up in a tree, and you know, he had a pistol on him, and he sat up there in that tree and picked a couple of them off until they, you know, they scattered and took off, and then, you know, he walked on back to the house. But yeah, you just never know out in rural areas of America what you're going to come across. So I always have a knife and I always have a firearm. So you guys let me know if you're out in kind of rural areas, what part of the country you're in, what's your go-to sidearm for woods hiking or hunting. Kind of curious. I kind of switch it up. I like that Taurus revolver pretty good. Sometimes I'll carry my 1911, you know, or maybe my Glock. You just depends on what mood I'm in. I'm pretty confident with any of them, really. But I do like this revolver for, it's kind of, you can't really, or you can, I mean, there's open carry in Kentucky. You can carry it out in town, but it's just a little bit too too much for a town for me. I like to be a little more concealed in town, so I'll usually save the revolver for, you know, out here in the woods. But yeah, like I said, you guys let me know what's your carry, your gun knife combo for hiking, wood stuff, outdoor stuff. What do you guys like? What caliber? What model? So 357, you know, I wouldn't be afraid to tackle anything, or at least around Kentucky, with a 357, as long as I could hit it, you know. Yeah, speaking of not knowing what you're going to come across out in the woods or out in, you know, rural areas like this on farms surrounded by farmland. Literally just, I think it was last month, there's a little, you know, a local Facebook group of our, kind of like, you know, our county. I'm sure there's probably one for everybody's county. Somebody's got a group somewhere or city. And I get on there and check that every now and then, just see what people are talking about in the area. And someone reported, and it was on my road. So one of these farmers right around me somewhere said that a pack of pit bulls had come on their farm and killed 3 cows over the last couple of weeks at different times. I don't know if they were, I would assume they were been, you know, calves or steers or something. As you know, he didn't really say. He just said they lost 3 cows to a pack of pit bulls that were running through here. So I definitely been staying a little more armed and on guard since I seen that. I haven't seen anything or heard anything. I know down by the creek, and I walk down there sometimes where the ground is, because it's been so dry this year. We've basically had a drought up here. We really needed this rain. I'm glad it has been raining, but I'll go down there and check, because around the creek bank and stuff, you know, the ground is moist, and I just, you know, I check tracks just to see what's coming through. And every now and then I have noticed some pretty good sized dog prints that I'm pretty sure aren't from mine, because, you know, he doesn't run loose. He walks with me when we go walking, and they looked bigger than his anyway, so maybe it could have been one of them coming through here, or a big old coyote. I don't really know, but so you just never know when people, it's kind of funny when, not to get too political, but you guys know my walk and talks. You know, my channel, I have no problem talking politics. Just something I like to do. And I have a theory that a lot of people in the knife community probably think the same way that I do. Not everybody, but I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm sure we would agree on a lot on the political side, but I just think about people when it comes to guns. You know, they always want to argue over magazine capacity or something ignorant, and they have no idea, oh, when you're out a deer, you don't need 30 rounds to kill a deer. No, that's true. You do not need 30 rounds to kill a deer. But you walk right through one of these places and you get a pack of wild dogs or coyotes or hogs after you, and you'll be wishing you had 50, 60, 70 rounds. I promise you that. So those people that spout stuff off have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. They've never been out in rural America, clearly. And yeah, it's just insanity to me. And which, of course, I mean, even in the cities, the way things are going, I don't know if you guys follow the crime in, like, California, these gangs just rolling up and busting into places. They're getting the numbers of people that are coming there and robbing these stores. Sometimes you'd be wishing you had 30, 40 rounds. It's just total insanity. Anybody that spouts something off about like there's a certain capacity that would make the world safer is just ignorant. Just don't even waste your breath arguing with those people. They have no idea what they're talking about. But anyway, like I said, you guys let me know. I'm kind of curious on your hiking setup. If you're in an area that you can, if you have an area that you can hike that's where you can carry a gun. I know there's some places with like parks or something. Most of the parks in Kentucky that I know of, the state parks, you can carry in Kentucky. I don't know about out west. I think out west with national parks or something, it's different. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But if you're to all my hikers out there, people that hike in pretty dense wooded areas that you can carry, what's your setup? I'd be curious to know. You carry a knife and a firearm, one or the other, both? What's your go-to combo for that? Be kind of interesting for self-defense type thing, whether it be a human or most likely some type of animal out in the woods, or multiple animals. You just never know. So be kind of curious to see what you guys are carrying out there. And every now and then I do around the farm, especially late at night or something, if I'm checking on the horses, I'll grab a long gun of some kind, either the AR or shotgun or lever action or something. But yeah, just a quick little walk and talk. Just wanted to do the day 2 update for the fixed blades. Like I say, I'm carrying the 154 OT, little Skinner. Great little knife. You guys let me know what you're carrying if you're doing the 5-day fixed blade challenge. And like I said, again, let me know your go-to self-defense wood setup. What do you carry? What are you going in prepared with? And yeah, like it's just a quick little, he's gonna pull me down this hill. Oh God. Ugh. Crazy dog. Huskies. But yeah, let me know, guys. Chime in. Love to hear what you think. What's your woods self-defense setup? That might be a cool little series of videos for people to do. Like I say, I generally carry either the 45 1911 or the 357 revolver, and then some type of fixed blade is generally what I carry. I figured, if the gun fails me and something gets up on top of me, I can let it have I can sacrifice my arm and go to town with the fixed blade, hopefully, right? So you guys let me know what you do, what you carry. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you on the next one.